Hi guys, I'm excited for another week at Legacy Team. So this week I have two important things to go over. Your new tutoring mentoring strategy to help keep your little buddy engaged, paying attention, and focused is called wait time. So wait time is when you are going to give some hand signals and gestures so they know what it is that you're asking them to do and when you want them to respond. Wait time, you're either going to, I like to use my finger like this. You can also do a hand like this, but as you can see, that gets a little scary when people are like putting their hand in your face, and it can make you feel frustrated or a little nervous. So I like to just put one finger up, and because that's kind of a universal signal for give me 1 minute. So I'll do wait time generally like this, but again, sometimes I'm like this, but you don't want to have it in their face. Just kind of keep it down by your body. That means like, hey, stop. I want you to listen for a second. So I will do this normally like if I'm asking a question and it's going to take me a little longer to get the question out, or if I'm explaining something, I might have my hand kind of in my body, but where they can see it. Or then I might say, okay, I'm explaining this idea. Here's a shape, here's a letter, blah, 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 blah. Now I'm going to ask the question. So I might kind of switch to, let's say I'm asking them, I'm showing them a picture, something like this. Okay, I want you to think about this, look at some details, try to get some information. And then you're going to let them know when it's okay to respond by saying, when I snap my fingers, I want you to tell me the answer. So I'm going to give my question. Then this is your example. What is the name of this shape? And I'm giving them wait time. And generally you want to give them about 5 seconds. After 5 seconds, if they don't know what the answer is, I'll give you another strategy. You can give them an example and a non-example. Is it this or is it that? Is it a cube or is it a cone? And then snap. So kind of to back up. So you're going to give them think time, and it's going to feel a little uncomfortable because it's silent, and kindergartners are never silent, but they will be for like 5 seconds. Then you're going to say, okay, what is the answer? And snap. Or repeat your question. What is the name of this shape? Snap. When you snap, that's the signal for them that it's okay for them to go ahead and blurt out their answer, especially those of you that have 2 or 3 kids and maybe they're really a little passionate and excited and they want to blurt out answers. I tell them that if they blurt out the answers before I give the signal for their answers, then they're popping everyone else's thought bubble and they're ruining someone else's chance to come up with the idea. So we really respect our wait time. And then that's also going to give everybody a chance to gather their ideas, and then you get one response. So you're not getting cube, 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 cube. Ah! You just get one snap, and everybody's going to hopefully say cube. Again, if you're working one-on-one with a child and you give the snap and they don't say anything, then give them an example and a non-example. So tell them what it is and maybe what it isn't, and then see if they can help pick what the correct answer is between 2. That way they're hearing the idea, because sometimes it's like, I know this, but I can't put it into a word. So if I say cone or cube, they might say, oh yeah, that's right, that's a cube. So your 2 little strategies for this week again are wait time, and then if you need to, provide an answer and a non-answer to let them choose. Your signals are don't speak, listen to me, or wait a minute, I want you to think. And then your universal signal that all of you are going to use when you want them to respond is the snap. And then everybody should give you their answer at that time. So that was for your tutoring tip of the week. Your leadership lesson that you're going to do with your littles. So this week we're talking about carrying our own weather. Now it's kind of a hard concept for them to understand because kindergartners are literal. They don't think that they can choose rainy day versus sunny day. They don't understand that it really starts with me. And so it's something that takes time for us to help them understand. So the idea behind choosing your weather, or carrying your own weather, I use both phrases interchangeably, is that even though in life we cannot choose what happens to us, especially being 5 years old, I cannot choose that my mom was late getting me to school today. Okay, so that's the kid didn't drive himself to school. That maybe mom was late getting them to school. So we can choose our response to what has happened to us in our life, and we can choose our mood. So even if mom was having a rough morning and was late getting that kindergartner to school, that doesn't mean that they're going to walk into the door grumpy. They can still carry their own weather and choose their own mood. And then it also choosing your own weather or carrying your own weather also reminds us of giving us that power of choosing our own actions or our own responses. So there was a really great quote, and I cannot remember how to say his last name. It's like a Polish or something last name, but there's a psychologist who made this quote that was something to the effect of, all of our power lies between stimulus and what our response is. So when something happens to us, our power, our greatest last freedom is in that pause between what's happened to us and how we choose to respond. So something really bad can happen to us, but that doesn't mean we've lost all of our power. That last freedom that we have is in that moment between something really bad that happened to us that we cannot control and our choice on how we're going to let it affect us. It's kind of that making lemonade out of lemons type of thing, and that's what leaders really are all about. When you hear about role models or people in our society that have really inspired us, 99% of the time, something terrible has happened to them, something really bad, something that most people would say, yeah, I get it. I would be really upset. I would probably give up. But leaders don't do that, do they? Leaders take those really bad experiences and they find some way to either work harder and inspire others going through that type of difficult journey, they find some way to find some greatness out of it, or they just take that moment to choose, you know what, this person was ugly to me, and I have power now to choose whether to be ugly back or whether to rise above it. That's one of my other favorite quotes by Michelle Obama is, when they go low, we go high. And that's that power, that time between when somebody did something that was low to you, you have that power to rise above in that moment of pause between what happened and what you choose to do. So just to kind of front load some thoughts on carrying your own weather, I hope you have some ideas to share those with your kindergarten buddies tomorrow, and have a great week. Thank you, Legacy Team.